Hi, I'm Tracy Milner, CEO and co-founder at BrainFX, where we're making the invisible effects of brain disorders visible to help improve your everyday life. And we want to thank iGan for the incredible journey over the last year that has really helped us to accelerate. It started off with us learning about the event from one of our shareholders. And once we saw the event and its description, it was pretty exciting to see an event that was focused on healthcare and on our space specifically, which you don't see as often. And we thought this is a really great fit for where we are and where we are as a stage of a company. And we're really excited to get to meet that team. So the process, online application, very standard pitch-like type questions, and we had the opportunity to be invited in, and that's where the excitement starts. Really welcoming, really supportive, very detailed about what was going to happen and what the aim was and what they were looking for. And once we figured out that we were a match, then we felt very prepared to go out on the night for Pitch to Heal and be ready to pitch what it is that we could actually contribute to healthcare, to that group, to iGan, to look at what we could bring to the future. It was actually really unique to see the difference in having a shareholder group or a funding group, an investment group that's really focused on specifically healthcare. And that healthcare insight that they have comes across, and not just for Canada, but for the US as well. They are not just, fund and leave you alone. They're going to look at what your business goals are, how can they help you move those forward, both from an operational and a sales side. And we've really benefited from, in particular, the group of advisors that they've put around the company that work very closely with us to help us achieve the milestones that benefit us both, really. Digital healthcare is a really exciting space to be in right now. It is really just getting started, and I actually think we haven't seen the full impact, but what we see starting is part of what we're contributing to, which is how do we look at the practice of healthcare and use data to drive it in a way that we really augment what clinicians and providers can do, make them more informed, and deliver a more precise healthcare experience for really better outcomes for everyone, whether that's the patient, their caregivers, their families, as well as the provider and how they're delivering care, and the plans that see people healthier longer. And from how that's helped enable us to go forward and having this funding, really it's been the growth piece. We've gone from a place where we were really at that stage of saying, yes, there's a need for what we do. There's people out there who will pay for what we're doing and see value in it. And here's the example of how we're starting to grow. And as we started to grow across the Canadian market, we realized that there's a large opportunity to grow bigger and bring it really across North America. So the US market has become our focus, and the funding has enabled us to set up our US operations. Our team has doubled in size, and we're able to look at bringing our product at scale to the US market. Sure, one of the things that we're most proud of is that we are not just wanting to be in the US market, but are now in the US market, and both in Canada and in the US, we're working with larger customers, larger health providers, healthcare plans, organizations. And a lot of that has come from the help that we've received from iGan, because not only are we looking at what our plans are and what our goals are, they're constantly there to challenge our thinking, to say, how can we get you there? How can we get you there faster? And then not just leave that to us entirely, but say, how can we connect you to someone who could get you there faster? And that we've really been able to execute against. And that even includes then looking at potential mentors, looking at advisors that match with what we're doing, and then being out on the ground in those meetings with us. It's really a unique experience that I think is something that you don't see very often, and we've been really happy with that. Sure, all the things that you hear and you wonder if they're really true usually are. For example, when they say things will take longer, they probably will, even though you will believe for yourself that they won't. So make every contingency plan that you can. And second, having passion and a wonderful concept and an idea is key, but the implementation, the execution of it is next. And so if it was easy, everybody would do it. You have to put the hard work in. You have to have a really strong business background, concept, and model to deliver on. And one of the things that I've started really thinking about is that and that I say to myself a lot is don't just justify your dreams, execute on them. And really our partnership with iGan, and if you're fortunate enough to be able to work with this group as well, has really helped us do that.